Hi guys, thank you very much for joining me for this tarot read today. Let's jump on into it and get started. So this is going to be another general read, guys. Keep that in mind. That means that these messages may or may not resonate with you, and that's just fine. You might find that there's even sort of bits and pieces that speak to you. Feel free to take whatever feels right and to leave the rest. Let's see. Beautiful and caging, divine matrix. Great and full. Close encounters. Okay, so this is going to be, we are going to be focusing on an energy that's around you. It's just like somebody who's feeling, I feel like they feel like they're letting, kind of like they're letting fears go. Somebody who feels like very empowered right now. That's the distinct vibe that I get from these cards. Like somebody is feeling really good about themselves. Somebody's got one hell of an ego boost going on. And normally that's always a good thing. I'm getting a real funky vibe from this though. Let it go. Let it go. Why let it go with all of this? There's something else going on behind the scenes here. Grab a few more cards. Merry motive. Somebody is being, I have this distinct impression that someone is feeling so powerful, so it's like within their ego. It's like so much within their ego that there's something that they're missing. There's something that they're missing, and it's like this ego, whatever it is, it's like they're needing to let go of this and sort of step back to a certain degree to be able to look at something with fresh eyes, to look at something from a new perspective. Because I feel like somebody outside of the situation, this might be you, is like able to see that something's wrong, something's amiss. This person is, I don't know if they're headed for something, and it's not positive. It's like a warning. This is like a warning to this person. It's not a vibe that I normally get from these cards. So we're going to see what the Gilded Tarot has to say about all of this. Ooh, karma. Karma. See, this has to do with the way they are to people around them too. And this is part of this ego that they're in. I feel like this person thinks quite highly of themselves. And like it's good to have self-esteem. It's good to have self-empowerment. It's good to have a strong sense of self. I feel like this actually goes beyond that to the point where they maybe don't take other people's feelings into account, or they treat other people like they're less than, or make other people feel like they're less than. This is actually clouding their judgment in a situation though too. And this is why it came forward, and I kept getting like this was like some kind of a warning. And because people outside this situation can see it coming, but they can't. It's like there's this need to step back from ego here to gain a new perspective on something. To gain clarity, to gain insight. You know, we got this Ten of Swords here though. I have the distinct impression this person's not going to find insight in time. It's like they're headed towards something. They're headed towards like some sort of a tower, some sort of an ending, some sort of a Ten of Swords. When it happens, I feel like it's going to humble this person and maybe give them some perspective. It's going to suck, but I do feel like it has the potential to give this person sort of a chance to grow personally, a chance to gain perspective, to gain some insight. Like, is it humble? Humble is the word that keeps coming into my mind. See, other people have already tried to tell them this about their ego, but it just sort of seems to push them deeper into it. Like then they feel like they have to defend themselves. They go right on the defense, that there's nothing wrong with what they're doing. I don't know if they're building a life for themselves with this, if it has something to do with career or a persona. But they're getting so full of themselves. They're getting so full of themselves and so full of their egos that they can't even see this tower that's headed their way. They can't see, like, it's like the freaking Titanic that can't see the iceberg. And people are trying to warn them, and like they're just not listening. They're gonna just keep plowing forward with whatever this is. They feel very committed. Part of this is they do have other people around them that are encouraging them on. It's like whatever they do with this behavior, or whatever they're building towards, whether this is a persona or a career, there are some people who sort of say things that encourage them. They're going forward, they're going in the right direction, or they're right, or they're correct, right? It makes them feel like, okay, I got to keep going with this. I'm going to keep building on this. And they kind of feel like people who are warning them are like haters. And they're like, oh, a hater's gonna hate. And they just, but it's not. It's like the people who are warning them are people who genuinely care about them and don't want to see them go through this Ten of Swords. Don't want to see them get to the point where they wind up with a tower. But they're so full of themselves, and they're trusting. They're trusting people who they're not really emotionally connected to. This Three of Cups are like people, I want to say like strangers, like acquaintances, people who they only sort of kind of know, who are giving them sort of accolades and feeding this ego, feeding them to keep moving forward in this. And those are the people whose opinions they're trusting, not the opinions of the people closest to them. And it feeds into their ambition. It feeds into their ambition. It feeds into their ego. And it's like they don't see what's around them. They don't see the potential of what could happen. They're not really considering all their options. Because they feel like the way that they're going right now is going to give them this Ten of Cups. Whatever it is they're building towards, they're feeling really confident about, that it's going to take them to a Ten of Cups. It's going to take them to abundance. It's going to take them to happiness. But the thing is, it's actually causing this Five of Wands. It's causing conflict with the people closest to them, with the relationships with the people closest to them. That's where they're seeing the conflict. And people are just trying to warn them. People are trying to warn them of what they're headed towards and trying to help them see and find insight. But they have had success in what they're doing too. And like I said, there's people around them who are like kind of strangers or really loose acquaintances that are feeding into this ego. Also, whatever it is that they are slowly building towards, they have had success in it. And that's part of what's been encouraging them and moving forward too. Because that's why that makes sense. That's why they're getting sort of this, that's why they are getting this ego. That's why they are feeling really powerful and very self-confident, which guys, like I keep feeling this read feels weird because it's not a bad thing to feel confident in yourself. It's not a bad thing to feel empowered, but this person has just, it's like they've lost all perspective in this. And like, that's what it is. Like, your shit don't stink. Like, that's what this person is feeling like now. Like, they've built themselves so far up. Other people have contributed to this. They've bought into it. And now they feel like their shit don't stink. Like, they can't do nothing wrong. And that's where they've lost perspective, because now they're not willing to sort of hear what people who care about them have to say. They're not willing to sort of heed warnings and step back and have that perspective and that insight for the future. And whatever it is, seeing the Seven of Pentacles goes with it too. They're like working to build something. They're working towards an abundant harvest, and they have had success. So to them, this is the way to keep going. They're feeling good about themselves. They're feeling good about the achievements that they have made. I feel bad for shitting on somebody like that, because it's good to feel confident about yourself. This person's just very overconfident, and it bleeds out in a negative way with the people around them. And it's like an I'm too good for your advice. It's like, I don't need to listen to anything that you have to say. You know what we were getting with the Judgment card and with the Two of Cups in the beginning here. It's like this person has sort of, in their mind, almost like elevated themselves above others. And it does come out in the way they treat other people too. And that's part of why they won't take advice. They're like, what do you have to teach me? Because I'm finding success. It's like, you got nothing you could tell me. And they don't realize that it's an even give and take in life. It's good to have relationships with people who are willing to be honest with you, even if it might hurt your feelings, because it might help to prevent a negative situation, which is what somebody is actually trying to do with them. They just don't want to hear it. They've decided that this path that they're on, this path that they're moving forward with, this is the right one. They're gaining success. To them, that is encouragement to keep moving forward. And it's something that they're passionate with, and this might be part of these people around them. With this Lover's card, this might not necessarily be a lover, but it is people around them who are making them feel too like they're doing the right thing, who are building them up, who are feeding into their ego, or sort of everyone down here, making them feel like they're elevated above others, making them feel like they're better, making them feel like they're desirable, they're enviable. And I said this person is completely lost in their ego, and it's causing a detriment to their relationships with the people around them. And I just have this distinct impression that they're headed towards something negative. Something negative is coming from this, and they can't see it. See that King of Swords? They're getting real cold with the people around them. And this might be the thing that they're being warned about. Maybe it isn't some big tower, one big event. This might be separating themselves from others, losing relationships, other people, the people that truly matter, stepping back and stepping away from them. And if they think that, when that happens, that all these other people that Three of Cups was talking about, sort of these random people down here, are going to step up and be their family, going to step up and be their friends, going to step up and really love them and care for them. When shit gets tough, like they're fucking wrong. It's these people who matter. It's the ones who are willing to tell them the hard truth. Those are the ones who stick it out through thick and thin. It's like they're trading in those meaningful relationships for very superficial ones, and people who won't stick around when shit gets rough. Yeah, they're completely like their way of thinking right now is extremely off balance. Because like I said, they're in kind of this Nine of Pentacles. They're in this happiness. Like I said, they feel, and it comes out through their behavior, like they're better than other people. Like they are really, really deep in their ego. Nothing could possibly go wrong. Everything is working out for them. They are not planning for any kind of anything. And they're starting to push away the people closest to them and move towards this persona, this ego, this thing that they're building. And it's like they have no insight. They have no insight into what kind of detriment that could cause in their life. We have the World card. See, shit's gonna change though. This is, okay, and this is too what somebody's trying to warn them about. Like whatever this is that they're building and have a success in, it doesn't necessarily mean that it will always be a success. Whatever it is kind of, it's something that's fickle. It's something that's wishy-washy too. And that's why there's also this warning not to push away those people closest to you, because it won't always be like this. It won't. And when the bottom falls out of whatever they're doing, and whoever is close to them feels like it's coming right away, they're worried that this person is going to be left alone, because those people who they think are their friends are not going to be around. They're going to just dump them like a hot potato and be fucking gone. And whatever this change is that this person's trying to warn them of, it's coming fairly soon. It's coming fairly soon. This person can see it coming, this close encounters person, whoever's been trying to warn them, the person who they've been pushing away because they don't want to fucking hear it, that person can see that whatever this is, this catalyst is going to come soon. And these cards just speak to it too. This person's too busy celebrating. This person's too busy being in their ego and being vain and feeling like nothing could ever go wrong. They're doing everything the right way. They don't want to hear anybody shitting on their parade. And they look at everybody with suspicion, like, you're jealous of me. You're just jealous of me. That's why you're saying it. And it's not. It's because someone genuinely cares, because someone can see that there's something coming, that the winds are going to change. And this person has no backup plan. They're pushing away everybody close to them. And it's like they're gonna get hit with this nasty change and have nobody and be alone, have no support. And that moon card is saying it too. It's saying there's a change coming. There's a change coming that somebody doesn't see. It's like somebody just wants to live in their passion. They're just too focused on their ego. They're too focused on this Nine of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles energy, just partying, and they're just lost in themselves right now. But this ending is going to come. They can't even see it coming. They don't have the clarity to see it coming, and they won't listen to anybody close to them. And that's what's going to happen. Five of Cups is what's going to happen. They're going to be left like grieving. They're going to be left like feeling stuck in loss, stuck in grief. Why did this happen to me? And where's that Three of Cups? Where are all those Three of Cups people going to be? Fucking nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. If they shove away the people closest to them now too, then they're going to have no one. This person's going to be sort of stuck alone. So someone's trying to warn them to get their shit together, get their head out of their ass, step back from their ego, and be able to look at their situation and in a more logical way. So we'll see. We'll see. The cards don't show me that's going one way or another. It just shows there's a change coming. So we're going to grab one card here. This is going to be an energy card for this read. So we do have Moonstone, Live Your Purpose. So that's just like, this is what this person feels like they're doing. They feel like they're living their purpose. They feel like they're living their purpose, but it's kind of like to the point where they've lost perspective too. And it's part of purpose is sort of finding what truly matters to you, what really matters in the long run. Is it this persona that you're building? Is it this image, this Nine of Pentacles? Is that what really counts? Or when the chips are down and things are shit, is it those connections that we have with the people around us, those that stick it out for the long run? What are those core values, those things that matter to us? That's our purpose, and that's what's important. Alrighty guys, I hope that you enjoyed that reading. If you did, if you found value in it, please hit that like button, that subscribe button. It definitely helps the channel out. Have a great day guys. Take care.